Hello, Squirrel Tribe 2.0. It is Friday, my dudes. I hope you've had a very good week since our live stream on Mimosa Monday from the beach, which anxiety inducing, but still a lot of fun. Thank you for those of you who are there. Hey, listen, I want to tell you the mistake that I made today, that if it had gone the way it should have gone, my child would be pouting and pissed off at me and very upset, and I would have felt like the worst mother in the entire world. But thankfully, it did not go how it should have gone. Rules were bent, I guess you could say, to make it so that I could come home and my child would still love me. So let me explain what happened. Before literally, I want to show you some stuff I got over there for the man. But first, I want to tell you what happened. So my friend Lauren and I, the one who owns the Magnolia Soap, her and her husband, Justin, the former Army pilot, Army helicopter pilot. I don't know what I'm supposed to call him. He used to fly some helicopters. He would pick people up who needed to go places and take them from point A to point B. He was kind of a hero. He moved people who needed moving, like soldiers and whatnot. He did like kind of a badass job. And I don't know what his title was, and I don't know how to explain how awesome what he did was. If those of you out there have ever helicoptered a pilot, y'all, squirrel dyslexia, piloted a helicopter. This way you got to slow down, Michelle, and breathe. Just breathe. Woo-saw a little. Please hold. Slow it down for a second. Bring it back. If any of you out there have ever piloted a helicopter for the Army or the Air Force or wherever else, then you will know how much of a badass job it is. But anyway, back to Lauren, the badass wife, who is also a occupational therapist. She does like hand stuff. And every once in a while, I'm like, hey, Lauren, hook me up, because my wrists and hands get tired from like lifting all the groceries and doing all the stuff. Like your hands get tired. You don't ever think about that. But anyway, so Lauren and I went and had a girls' brunch this morning. Ladies, fellas, everybody, people in general, people of the world. Everybody needs a little bit of time away from their normal everyday routine, their normal everyday life. I told the man, Kevin, my husband, I said, hey, listen, Lauren and I are going to go to brunch today. We're going to have a mimosa. We're going to get some food. We're going to sit and we're going to talk. You hang out with the kids. She had a friend sleepover last night. Y'all do whatever you're going to do. Go to the pool, hang out, whatever. Lauren and I are going to go have some girl time. And I said it. And even as I told him, I felt guilty about leaving him with the kids to take care of the kids, which I know that's a stupid thing. And I felt guilty leaving when there was like 4 dishes in the sink. And I felt guilty leaving when I could have been putting up clothes. And I felt guilty leaving when I hadn't vacuumed yet. And I felt guilty doing something that was strictly for me. And I know a lot of, especially moms, have that feeling a lot of the time. Wives, moms, whatever you want to phrase it as, whether you're a wife or a mom, both. Sometimes it's a little hard to put yourselves before everybody else. A lot of us don't do it. And I know there's dads out there who are in the same boat, whether you're in a relationship or you're a single dad, whatever, or a husband or whatever else. A lot of people find it hard to put themselves first. And I think that we all need to try to do that more often. So I leave to go pick up Lauren and take her to brunch because she was working at Magnolia Soap. And I was like, hey, listen, I'll come pick you up, because if I don't, you're never going to leave. You're going to work your little hands to the bone, and then you're never going to leave, and we're not going to get brunch. So I'll come pick you up. So you have to get in the car and we'll go. So I tell him I'm leaving and I leave, and he sends me a text and it literally just says, have fun. And I reply back, I feel guilty about leaving to have fun when you're not also going to do something fun. And his only response was, don't. And that's all I needed to be like, oh, okay. Weight off my shoulders, whatever else. At no point in time has there ever been you're not allowed to do this, you can't do this, I don't like it when you do this. That's not how this marriage works. It's not how any marriage should work, in all honesty. If you need space for yourself, your spouse or significant other or whatever else should understand that and willingly give it to you and not make you feel guilty for needing that space or needing to go do something by yourself or whatever else. Everybody needs just a few minutes away from the everyday life, right? So for me, mine is generally going to like Sam's Club or Whole Foods or whatever, drop the top on the Jeep, put the windows down, put on my gangster rap and, jam out. And that's my time, my space. But sometimes I want it to be not related to doing things for the house, for the man, for the kid. I want it to be something specifically for me, not grocery shopping, not, whatever. So today was specifically for me and specifically for Lauren. 3 hours and we had a friggin' blast. We sat at a bar at one of my favorite restaurants, like the Breakfast Bar, had some omelets and some little breakfast donuts, if you will, some mimosas, and we had some really good conversation. And soul is happy, everybody's happy, right? Well, when we got done with our brunch, I was like, oh crap, I need to go pick up the kids' yearbook. Listen, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before. I think I did in the live stream, maybe, possibly. But my kids' school did not get their yearbooks in on time. Now, it's not the school's fault, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure it's Balfour's fault, the ones who make the yearbooks. Something happened and they weren't on time this year. And I think that is absolute trash for the kids, because the best part of the last day of school, the last 2 days of school, is the go out into the quad, the yard, the cafeteria, the wherever, and you take your yearbook and a pen and you get everybody to sign your yearbook. That way you have those memories going into the summer and into the next year. You get everybody to sign it, you take it home, you show your parents, you show your brothers, sisters, friends, whatever else. You go through all the pictures of, oh my God, that's so-and-so, look at so-and-so, I can't believe that person got voted best, blah, blah, blah. And you go through all the signatures, you read everything. And it's something you look back on in 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years and remember those moments, right? Well, the school did not get them in time. So these kids leaving, whether it was 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, don't have that memory in the future. That year, this past year, they'll have to remember it all, because they're not going to have those notes and those signatures and those whatever else is to look back on. They're not going to have those moments of signing each other's yearbooks. And I think it absolutely sucks. There's kids who graduated 8th grade and who are moving away. There's kids who, at the end of 7th grade, one of my kids' best friends, she's moving to New York, and they didn't get to do the whole yearbook thing. But anyway, I bought the yearbook online. Okay, listen, at the beginning of the school year, they sent out a reminder that yearbooks are going to be available, so-and-so time frame, whatever. And I was like, don't forget to get the yearbook. She'll murder you if you forget the yearbook. It's like the most important part of school, the yearbook, right? And then I forgot to get the yearbook. So about a month and a half before school ended, there was a reminder email that sent out. It was like, hey, listen, now's the last deadline to get this yearbook, or else you're gonna have to go on the wait list for a yearbook. And we still didn't know at that point that they weren't gonna get them on time. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta get this kid's yearbook. So I pull up my phone. I get out my phone and I pull up, the school or the county here has like a app where you're supposed to be able to go in and pay your kids' lunches, check their grades, see anything you need to sign, see whatever news is going on in the area. Well, they didn't have anything for yearbooks, and I'm like, I don't understand, where do I do this for the yearbooks, right? So what I did was I pulled up the county. I Googled the county that we're in. I said, Okaloosa County School District. I looked it up. I tried to find it. And then I found it, and I found the yearbooks, and it says, what school is your child at? So I picked her school. And then I typed in her last name, and it automatically populated her first name. And I'm like, cool, whatever. And then I say what grade she's in, everything else, and I pay my $45 for the yearbook. I get the screenshot of after purchase. I send a text to the kid with a picture and says, hey, I ordered your yearbook. We're covered. And she's like, thank you so much. I appreciate it, whatever. Well, then they came out and said, hey, sorry, ball drop, no yearbooks on time this year, so you're gonna have to come pick them up. Yesterday they send out a text and they say, hey, yearbooks are available tomorrow. Not really much of a heads up for parents and whatnots, but they say your yearbooks are available tomorrow from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, tomorrow being today. So Lauren and I finished brunch, and I'm like, hey, before I take you back to your car, ride with me, if you will, over to her school to grab her yearbook. It gives us a little bit more time together and it's fun. And she's like, cool, whatever. Because she has to get her house ready tonight for her daughter's birthday. Her daughter's turning 16 in a couple days. She's having a big party tonight. And staying with me, I know, took about 30 minutes out of her prep time, but what are besties for, right? So she hung out with me a little bit longer. We're actually gonna go on a boat tomorrow for her daughter's birthday. We reserved a boat for the whole day. I'm like, you're turning 16, what do you wanna do? The most I've got is I can reserve a boat for you and you can bring some friends. She's like, yes, please. So we're gonna take a pontoon with the slides and it'll be a lot of fun for her. So I'm super excited about that, but off topic. So we get to the school and the email or the text or whatever that came from the school yesterday was like, go through the bus pickup and drop off whatever, it'll be easiest, right? So we pull up, it's like 1:30, right? And the pickup's till 2 o'clock. It's like 1:30. And we pull up and I roll down the passenger window where Lauren's sitting and a little girl walks up, probably 6th or 7th grade. And she hands me a clipboard and a pen. And I have to fill out my child's last name, first name, how many yearbooks I ordered, and then sign it. So I do it and I hand it over, and Lauren and I are talking, whatever. And the little girl comes back and she goes, hey, would it be under any other name? Because I don't have a yearbook here for this student's name. And I was like, no, check again, right? And she was like, no, I checked twice. I don't have it like reversed or whatever else. I don't have anything under that last name or that first name. And I was like, hold on, let me pull up my receipt. I should have known immediately when I went into my email and I went to the search and I typed in Balfour, who makes the yearbooks, and literally nothing came up as an email from them. I should have been like, something's not right. But no, I was like, no. This is, I know I paid for this. I know I did this. I'm not losing my mind. And at this point I had forgotten about the text I sent my kid, right? So I'm looking through the email. I pull up the apps, whatever else. I'm starting to get frustrated. I'm going to blame it on perimenopause, but mostly it was because I am back in my mind going, did you imagine this? Did you actually do this? Your kid's going to kill you. She's going to be heartbroken. Are you sure you did not F this up? Like you had one job, mom, and you F'd it up. And so I'm sitting there talking to Lauren. I'm like, I don't know. I paid $45 for this. I did whatever else. So the little girl goes back and gets a teacher or a parent. I don't know if it's a teacher or a parent. Woman comes to the Jeep and leans into the car and she goes, hey, I don't have anything under the name for your child. And I said, well, what do I do? Do you have any here that I can buy? I was like, I know I bought it. I know I paid for it, whatever else. I said, it was $45. I paid for it and whatever. And she goes, well, the yearbooks were $65. So I'm not quite sure what happened. And my brain goes, they think you're full of crap. They think you're lying so that you can get a free yearbook or whatever else. And at the very last second, my brain goes, no. You took a screenshot. You sent it to the kid to tell her you got her yearbook. Pull up your text messages. So I pull it up. And sure enough, there's my receipt for the $45 I spent for the yearbook under her name at the wrong school. Y'all want to explain to me how it's the wrong school? I literally pulled down the drop down, clicked her school, which the school that it says that I purchased for, they're not even in the same beginning letter. They're totally different beginning letters. And I'm like, I don't understand how this works. But I remembered taking the screenshot, looking at the name of this and going, I guess maybe it's not Balfour that makes the books in Florida. Maybe it's this other thing that's the brand. It said something like Bruner or Briner or something like that. I said, maybe that's the brand they use here, whatever else. Thought nothing of it. So I pull up the picture, I see it. I show it to this lady. I'm like, no, see? And she's like, that's a different middle school, like in a different city that way. It's still a Florida one, but it's a completely different thing. And I'm like, why would it populate her name? And she's like, well, did you buy a yearbook before for your child? And I was like, yeah, every year in Georgia, we bought Balfour. And she goes, well, that's why. They already have her name in the system, so it automatically populates whether you pick the right school or not. And I'm like, well, damn. I said, do I pay you? I've got $20. Do I give you the difference? And she goes, well, we have a wait list. You need to get on the wait list. And I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. And I was like, man, I cannot believe I effed up this bad. Like I thought I did the right thing. I don't know how this ended up the way it is. And the lady was like, listen, hold on. And she sends one of the girls back to get a yearbook and brings it back up. And she goes, here. And I said, do I Cash App or Zelle or whatever? She's like, just take it. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, is this taking it from somebody else who's gonna show up and now you're one short for today? She's like, no, technically this is from the wait list, but you did do what you were supposed to do. You did make a payment. You did get a yearbook. Just unfortunately, something got crossed in the process and you got the wrong thing, but I don't want your kid to not have one. So she gave me the yearbook for my child. Technically, she had no reason to give me that yearbook. But also technically, she saved my ass, because if I had come home after telling the kid I was going to pick up her yearbook, if I had come back here without a yearbook, and before anybody goes, oh my God, what a spoiled child, if she's going to get mad. She's 13. I would have gotten pissed off if the temperature said it was 74 and I wanted it at 73. Like, come on now, 13-year-old, they're going to lose their shit over everything. But I got home with her yearbook, and the first thing she wanted to do, because her friend is here, is sit on her bed and go through everything. She wanted to point out every single person in 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade. She didn't know any 5th graders. She wanted to point out every single person she's ever passed at least one time in the hallway to show me who they were and tell me all about them and whatever else. And it was great. It was awesome. And it was only possible, thankfully, to the either teacher / or parent who was at the line to help out with yearbooks today, who understood that I was about to panic, and I'm gonna say she did the right thing. I would have done the exact same thing, and I'm supremely grateful to her that I did not have to come back here and, break my child's heart, because I would have felt really, really bad about it. But she was able to get one signature, her friend that was here, so there's that also. So that's how my day went so far. It's been a good one. There was a little stress in there, obviously, but it's been a really good day so far. So I hope you guys are doing amazing, doing well, having a good week so far. Today is June the 9th. We have, 9 days? 9 days till we go on a cruise with my mom and my mother-in-law and the man and the kid. And I'm super excited. We're gonna cruise out of Tampa. We're gonna go to Cozumel. We're gonna come back to Tampa, and then that's it. It's like a 4-night kind of thing. We're gonna go down a couple days before, hang out in Tampa, Clearwater area. When we come back from the cruise, we're gonna hit up Orlando because I wanna go to Universal Studios, the City Walk out there. There's a place called Cowfish. I made a reservation. My mom loves sushi. And Cowfish, when the man and the kid and I went while we were at Universal, that we recorded and showed you guys like all the rides and stuff over his birthday weekend, we went to Cowfish. Oh my gosh, I had this like sushi burger. I don't even know what to call it. It was the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. So I'm like, listen, babe, we're gonna drive an hour and a half from Tampa into Orlando just so I can take my mom to Cowfish because she will flip and love it. So we made the reservation because that place gets hella booked. So I'm super excited about all of that. I'm not so excited about the fact that there is the small possibility I may vomit for 4 days straight. So we'll just go ahead and put it out there like that. I'm super motion sicknessy. We've talked about this numerous times. You guys know this. I have those C bands, SEABANDS, C bands. And there's these little gray things that go on your wrist. And I have a tan line from the boat wearing the C bands. And they have this pressure point that hits you right here on both wrists. And I have been seriously 100% perfectly fine while using those. I have never worn them for 4 days straight. I have never worn them while trying to sleep on a boat. So I've got 50% faith in the fact that they'll do just fine. The other 50% goes, you're gonna vomit while you sleep. That's where my brain is going. And I'm like, if you think about it now, you'll literally give yourself small little panic/anxiety attacks for the next 9 days. And the second you step foot on a boat, they're gonna have to give you oxygen before you even move because you will stress yourself out to the point of hyperventilating. And that's probably gonna happen. And if you're lucky, we'll record it all because what we're gonna do is for this channel, we recorded everything for Universal Studios because it was so much fun and you guys hadn't seen that. Well, now we've started a channel. I don't know if I've told you about it. I might have told you about it. It's in the channels in this about section of this channel, whatever. We have one called SquirrelTribe Life. It was SquirrelTribe Shorts where we were just putting up like little shorts of food and drinks and whatnot. And that was fun. But we decided to do one called SquirrelTribe Life where it's literally the three of us, the man, the kid, and myself, doing whatever we do. It's vlog style with the beaches and the food and the whatnot. We're gonna actually record the cruise, the whole thing, and in Cozumel, Tampa, Orlando, Clearwater, on the boat itself, all of it, and put that over on SquirrelTribe Life. And I'm like stupid excited for it. I think it's gonna be really cool. The kid is excited. She wants to debut her, I don't want to say editorial skills, but she wants to like record some of the stuff. Like she wants to get behind the camera and like record the stuff and be in front of the camera more. Like she's trying to get comfortable in front of the camera and stuff. So I'm super excited about that for her. So that's what we're going to do. So that's in 9 days. Excited. But I wanted to show you guys something. Look, there's a couple things I want to show you. This is what I want to show you. And this has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to bitch about it for a second. So here we go. The man uses this body wash. It smells really, really good. I'm a huge fan of Old Spice. 1, their commercials are hilarious. 2, it smells really flipping good. But he likes this one, the 3-in-1, the hair and body wash, right? He uses this. And it smells really good. Yep, still smells really good. This right here, how many ounces is this? 24 fluid ounces. You see this bottle? This is the same size bottle I've been buying him for the last year. That at one point was $5.49. Then it was $5.99. Then it was $6.19. Well, yesterday I jumped online on Target.com to see kind of what deals they had going on. $7.99 a bottle now. That's a massive jump in price. And why? Why is that the jump in price now in June? And I'm like, is it because we're in a touristy spot and they know people are going to pay more for the things that they need once they get here to go to their condos and stuff, so they're going to charge more for it? Or is this the same price absolutely everywhere? If y'all happen to be in any city that's not a touristy spot and you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to wherever, will you look and see if this is $7.99 where you are? Because I'm curious. But I got 3 of them because they were like, buy 3, get a $5 Target gift card. So then I'm like, wait, are they screwing with me? Do they jack up the price on this so that when they give me the $5 Target gift card, it's like I got free whatever, but I just paid more for it, so I technically paid for the Target gift card? I don't know how I feel about this one. $7.99 for this is slightly pissing me off, and I just wanted to share that with you because it's irking me. Now, the other thing I want to share with you guys, we talk about sunscreen because I have a tendency to turn myself into a baby tomato / lobster, depending on the body part. Well, I was reading this article on probably Yahoo. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably Yahoo. And it was talking about sunscreens and how only like 1 out of 4 sunscreens is actually not bad for you chemically. And I was like, people have been saying forever that sunscreens are really bad for you. And they said that the 1 out of 4 out of the like 1,700 brands of sunscreens or types of sunscreens that are out there that they looked at, 1 in each 4 is okay. And the only reason they're okay is because they have zinc in them and titanium dioxide and not all this other stuff that like Hawaiian Tropic and like Banana Boat uses. Those are absolutely freaking horrible for you, according to, you know, dermatologists and doctors and whatnots. So I looked it up, and some of the ones they said to use, I use CeraVe to begin with for my face, like the lotion that I use, but it turns out they actually have a sunscreen for your body and for your face that I was not aware of. Like the one I use now is a sunscreen lotion, but I did not realize that it's not this kind. It's a green one. These are yellow. So these, I got the body one, 50 for body, 50 for face. And then I got this one too, like a little travel one, just because you can never, and this one says ideal for under makeup use, which I was like, every once in a while I'll put on makeup. Today is not that day. Y'all get summer sun. But this one, what I really liked about it is that it is active ingredients. There's 2, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. Yes, that's what I want. I want that over all the chemicals that are in the other ones. So I got this one, and it says that 100% mineral sun filters, reflects the sun's damaging rays. It's lightweight and oil-free, which is good. And it's got B3 vitamin, the niacinamide, sure, that helps calm skin. I've got like baby rosacea to begin with. My skin is like naturally red. I naturally look like a baby tomato. This should hopefully help. And then it says something about broad spectrum protection. So it protects you against the, can y'all see? The UVA and the UVB. Most of these things, like the ones that you get like Hawaiian Tropic and stuff, is only the UVA, but the UVB will still F you up and cause skin cancer. So you want the one that will protect against both. So I got those. And I'm really excited to try these because we have the boat all day tomorrow. So whole body getting slathered. Oh, y'all, the other thing that I read said, when you're putting sunscreen on your body, you need to basically fill a shot glass worth of sunscreen. That should be what goes on your body. Or take 3 fingers worth of sunscreen and swipe it down your arms, your legs, or wherever else. And even if it says that it's waterproof and whatever else, no sunscreen on the market will last longer than 2 hours. So every 2 hours, whether you think you need it or not, reapply if you want to stay non-lobstery, non-tomatoey. So that's the plan. All of these are going in my bag tomorrow on the boat, on the kid's face, on the kid's body, on the man's face, everywhere, just to ensure a little safety. Now, this is totally not against, but this has absolutely nothing to do with anything. So I was at Sam's Club, and you know, Costco has clothing and stuff like that, and they have the best deals and the best clothes. Like I love Costco for those things. I don't have Costco because Florida hates me, I guess. I love Florida, but Florida hates me because I refuse to put a Costco within driving distance. But there is a Sam's Club within a-ish driving distance, and there's a storm moving in. I don't know if you guys can see it darkening up back here. It's about to get pretty gnarly out there. But I went and I got the man these Hurley shorts because I liked the color. I was like, ooh, you look good in blue, I bet. Let's go get you some blue shorts. So I got him blue shorts, but I got him in a 38 because we've both put on a pound or 2 or 15 or 20 since moving to the beach, and neither one of us are what we were when we worked out at the gym and, you know, counted our macros and all that fun stuff. Like, y'all, I was like, and now I'm like, But you know what? I'm happy and I don't give a shit. So I bought him 38s. They were too big. So I went back and got him 36s. And while I was there, I was like, you know what? We'll get you some dressier ones. We got some gray ones too. But these things are normally like 50 bucks. They were again for $16 at Sam's Club. And I was like, yes, we're getting 2 pair. The other thing I noticed, the last time we went out on a boat, the man pulled out a pair of swim trunks that he's had since, I don't know, my kid was 3. And I was like, I feel like swim trunks are like underwear. After a couple years, you should probably get rid of it. Your junk's been hanging out in the same place for way too long. Probably get rid of it. I mean, soap and stuff does well, but how long can you put junk smell in the same piece of clothing before it's like an always smell? Anyway, not the point either. So I got him new swim trunks. He's going to have some baby sharks and he's going to have some flamingos. These are freaking cute. I don't care who you are. These are freaking cute. So fellas or ladies who shop for fellas or ladies who prefer to keep covered while they're at the beach, these things were like $14, just so we're all fully, 14? 12. I have forgotten how much these were, and it does not say. They were a really good price. They're at Sam's Club. They're online too, so just FYI. So then the man goes, well, I'd like to wear the blue shorts. I really would. I know you love me in these bright, fun colors, and it's super beachy, and I want to do the things you like, because he's a very accommodating man. He's like, but I need shirts that go with the blue shorts. And I was like, I can do that. I love shopping. So I got him a shirt. I'm going to put him in orange and blue. He's going to look like he should be playing golf on the beach. But this is one of those UV shirts. So these are, I've never seen these before, but they were at Sam's Club also. They're normally 40 bucks. This thing was like 10 bucks. And it's got a UV protection of 50. Whereas even my shirts that I like, the Salt Life ones, only go up to UV protection of 30. I think Huck, the H-U-K, I don't think it's Hook or Huck. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. I think they go between 30 and 50. And then you have like Columbia and other ones who kind of higher UPF. Yeah, UPF ones. But this one is moisture wicking and it's not like crazy thick, which some of them you get them and they're like hella thick. And you're like, why do I want to wear this in the blazing sun? It's like, you might as well put me in a fleece overcoat, like whatever. But this one's really soft and it's not my color, which is why I bought this one, because I steal his shirts like all the freaking time. I love his stuff because I'm the one who buys them. I'm like, I like how that looks. And then 2 days later, I'm like, you know what? That'd look cute on me too. And I steal his t-shirts and I steal his sun shirts. So I bought one in a color that looks absolutely freaking awful on me. So at least he gets to keep one shirt in life that I won't steal. That's the plan anyway. So that's that. Last but not least, y'all can see it. Y'all, I'm so excited. I got a crock pot. I broke my crock pot that I had that I used to make chili in. I made chili in that crock pot for literally a decade. Probably was time to get a new crock pot. And somehow I cracked the bottom of it in moving and literally broke my heart because I love my crock pot for chili. So I've been looking online. I tried to find one at Kohl's. I tried Walmart. I tried all these places, but I couldn't find one that was big enough to make chili for the whole family. Honestly, I don't even know what this one is. My last one was like an 8 or 9 quart. It was freaking massive. It was like a behemoth of crock pots. This one is a 7 quart, $49.99 on Target, okay? But the reason I got it, it has the little lock thingy on the side. Look, it's not heavy. It's not like I can't bring it over here. It has this little thingy on the side. You see the picture there? So when you're done and it cools off, I guess, you can just lock it, pick it up, and take it with you. Because it used to be I'd make the chili for the entire family. And then I'd be like, okay, well, how do we transport this from our house to your mom's or my mom's or your brother-in-law's? I would like, you know, scoop it all out and then put it into something else to transport it easier. Or I'm like, no, we got to put a box in the back. We got to put 10,000 towels down. We have to hope the lid stays on it, just a little glass lid. Hope it doesn't go anywhere. And like Kevin says, hope is not a plan. And every once in a while, hope did not work out and there'd be chili down the side of the thing into the box in the trunk. So this one I'm really excited about. They had a 6 quart one in like the beachy green color that I absolutely love for $49.99. And I was like, Michelle, if you're gonna spend $50 on a crock pot, why would you get one that's a quart less just because of the color? I literally had to debate with myself for a good 5 minutes on Target's website before I was like, oh, fine, I'll get the blue one because it's 7 quarts. It makes the most sense financially. Visually, it's still fine. Is it beach teal? No. Do I love it as much? Also no. Am I still gonna use it though? Yeah, it was a really good price. So I'm excited. So tonight we're gonna crock pot some stuff. Also, did you know that you can make crock pot style stuff in a rice cooker? I feel like I don't know anything in life. So I bought chicken and okay, let me explain. we had shredded chicken one day at a restaurant that we went to. We had shredded chicken and I was like, man, I forget how much I like shredded chicken. You can do so much with it. It can be a chicken salad. You can make it into barbecue. You can eat it like on top of a salad by itself, whatever else. Like I was so excited about this shredded chicken. And so I Googled, how do you shred chicken? And it came up with, you can do it the very difficult way where you boil or broil or bake or whatever chicken breast, and you take 2 forks and you basically go at it like you're a cannibal, I don't know, and you like tear it all up and it's violent looking. Or you can do all that and you put it into like the little cake mixer things, and then you drop the cake thing down in there and it like does that for you and does it. And I was like, that sounds amazing. So I looked up cake mixers. Those things are freaking expensive. They're like $400. And I'm like, we're about to put 2 forks in this bitch and start pulling. Like, I'm not about to spend $400 just to make some chicken salad. Like, that's excessive. But it turns out that little handheld thingy I got the kid for Christmas that we use, I showed it to you before. It's somewhere in the pantry. I'd show you, but then I got to make a whole mess pulling things out. The little handheld mixer. It turns out it came with like different little mixer inserts, the ones for like beating eggs or whatever else, but also came with one that looks like it's meant to pulverize things. So it turns out I can use that, just stick it into the chicken and it'll basically rip it all apart, and I can do that. But it turns out, I did not know this, with my rice cooker, the Aroma rice cooker, I think it's Aroma rice cooker that I have, I can put rice, uncooked rice in this rice cooker with the amount of water that it needs. And then I can put raw chicken right on top, close the lid, and hit rice. And when it's done, it's all cooked. And I have like 1 meal in a pot. And my brain's going, but that's what that's for. Wait, but the rice is for the rice. And so I told the kid, I said, take a picture of the front of that rice cooker for me so I can see what it has. And it's like saute, cake, whole grains, some other stuff. And I was like, I'm using everything fully incorrectly. And the older I get, the more I want to do things way easier. I don't want to spend an hour making something. If I can just throw a whole bunch of shit in one place and it does it for me, that's what I want to do in life. So now I'm like, we're about to rice cooker the hell out of some rice and chicken, all kinds of soups and chilies and whatnots about to happen over there. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this thing again. I hate electric stovetops, so I'm really excited about the other things. So that's that. There's nothing beneficial about this video except for I really wanted to tell you guys absolutely everything because I love you and you're my YouTube family. And I tell y'all all the fun stuff. And to me, this is fun stuff. Still not quite sure what that means for me, but to me it's fun stuff. Hopefully you found it fun as well. Hey, listen. Oh, I almost forgot this. So the man and I, Kevin, we have a Patreon, and the algorithm and YouTube lately have been doing some not very nice things to creators. Let me put it to you like that. Who, I don't even know if I can say this on here. Like, I'm so worried about saying the things I want to say on here because I've had friends who've had videos completely removed for no apparent reason by this platform. And I've had friends get strikes. And so I'm like tiptoeing on certain things. Like, generally speaking, I don't tiptoe on anything. But when it comes to talking about this platform and certain things, I have to tiptoe because I don't want to get just completely screwed, if you will. So the way it's been going lately is if you're not for whatever they are for and want to push, they quiet you. They put you in the corner and timeout. Okay, that's as nicely as I can say it without, triggering the algorithm or whatever. They put you in the corner and timeout. And so the man and I are like, this kicks rocks. Like, this sucks balls. We want to still be able to say what we want to say and talk about what we want to talk about. And in case you haven't met me, I'm kind of blunt and I say exactly what's on my mind. And it turns out over here on this platform, they don't really like it anymore. So we started a Patreon. He has one already, kind of helping people with YouTube building and with financial building and stuff like that, those kind of things. But then we added in a section for he and I where we can just talk about whatever, whether it's he and I together or me by myself, just talking about the things that unfortunately here is not allowing anymore, which is freedom of speech. Just what happened to it. I have a video about that on Patreon. Anyway, so we started a Patreon, but I've had a lot of people say, hey, listen, I would really love a face-to-face chat. Like, I just want to talk to you. And there's no way for me to do that through here. I can have memberships where I can do like the members only live streams, but it's still just me talking to you guys. You don't really get the chance to talk back unless you want to sit there and type it out. And we don't get that same face-to-face friendship building in the same terms, same sense, you know what I mean, that you do from some like an outside of here kind of thing. So we have a thing on Patreon where it's the ability to literally, I want to call it like a Zoom-ish kind of thing where you can literally all look at each other and have a conversation, which I've been dying to do with you guys. And I know a lot of you have asked about it. So when I mentioned it to the man, he was like, well, figure it out. So we figured it out. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description. If you guys are interested, check it out. If not, no harm, no foul. I swear we're still YouTube family. I still love you all immensely. So that's that. Tomorrow's the boat all day. And Sunday, I don't know what Sunday is. I'm going to try to be here sometime tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a little boat, whatever. If not, I'll be here Sunday. Definitely Monday. Mimosa Monday, my dudes. We're not going to miss it. We're going to make it happen. So make it happen, Captain. I love you all. Have a fabulous rest of your Friday. Hey, go to Sam's Club or samsclub.com. Check it out. Sometimes it's all about the money savings and nothing else. You're going to save a whole lot of money if you want some swim trunks or shorts or whatever else. So check it out, fellas, ladies who buy for fellas, ladies who like those kind of things, because I might steal the flamingos every once in a while. That's not the point. I love you all immensely. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.